Good
Yeah,
evening, ma'am.
okay. Chehek, so my first question is, tell me something about yourself.
So, my name is 𝐁𝐨𝐤𝐤. I am from Delhi and I have completed my graduation in BSc in Chemistry Honours from Amity University. And recently, I have completed my Masters in Applied Chemistry from Amity University only. And I have a keen interest of teaching. I have been teaching class 6th to 10th Science and Mathematics since the past 3 years at my home. And I'm also teaching class 11th, 12th Chemistry. Teaching is my passion and I want to pursue my career in teaching only. Thank you.
Okay. So what is your weakness and what is your strength? Tell me your two weakness and your two strength.
So, firstly, I will tell my strength that I'm a positive thinker and I'm always determined and focused towards my work and goal. And my weakness is sometimes I have lack of confidence and I'm not able to. I also overthink and take stress. That's my weakness.
Okay. So if your weakness is that you can't take stress, right? And it is a teaching job, you have to teach 11, 12 students, right?
Yeah.
So how can you cope up with that?
So when I take a lot of stress, I harm my health. But now I am trying to cope up with it, and I also do meditation and exercises so that I can calm my stress.
Okay. And as you told me that you have a weakness that you are lack of confidence sometimes, right? So how will you cope up with that? Because in teaching job, you must have that confident level. There we have the Gen Z generation, right? The 11, 12 students nowadays, you know, that they are so confident that they can ask you questions like outspokenly. So how can you deal with that?
Yeah. Sometimes I have also started working on this thing. I'm working on my confidence, and I have done various personality development course. I have done and I have enhanced my communication skills. So now I don't think it's my weakness now. Earlier it was.
Okay, but you told me, no, that it is your weakness. So that's why I asked you this question. Anyways, my next question is, in your CV, I can see that you have been involved in many, research paper publications, right? Many review papers you have done. So why you not pursue your career in doing PhD? Because you did like 4 to 5 international publication or national publication. So why
Yeah.
you are wasting your, energy that you have used previously and now into teaching suddenly?
So actually, earlier I have, as I told, I have been teaching students since past 3 years at my home. So I have now understand that teaching is my passion. So I want to pursue my career in teaching only. Further in the future, I will plan to do PhD also. But now, as future, I want to earn something. I want to be independent. So I want to be going to teaching only, so that I
Why
can gain
only the
experience.
school? Okay. So why only 11, 12 teaching? You can pursue in some, the college studies as well. So why the school students?
Yeah. So firstly, I'll start with school students and institute students. Then, if I gain a lot of experience and I will enhance my skills of teaching by teaching a group of students. Because at my home, I have taught only 3 to 4 students, so I don't have experience of teaching a bunch or a group of students. So firstly, I want to enhance my experience in that, and then I will go for college teaching as well.
Okay. So why you want to apply in FIITJEE only? Why not other institutions?
So as we all know, FIITJEE is a great organization. It is one of the best edtech platform where students, a large number of students are coming from all over the world. And so I think that it is the great organization where I can gain a lot of new skills and I can develop my skills in teaching.
Okay, but there are many other institute as well, as nowadays we can see that physics wala videos are very trending, right? So why
Yeah.
not other institutes? Because they are also doing equally good.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But I feel that FIITJEE is a older platform and in comparison to physics wala, so it has more opportunities available for the students as well and for the teachers also.
Okay, so what you know about FIITJEE apart from the thing that you have told me?
So these are the things I know, like as a FIITJEE.
You don't know how, like when it was incorporated and who was the founder? Any idea about that?
No.
Okay, no issues. My next question is, how do you convince a child to study chemistry who is least interested in chemistry? Like if, for example, we will play a role play, okay? I am the student, okay? I'm your student and I have literally no interest in chemistry. Okay, I just want to only pass that subject. Okay, so how do you convince me to study that subject? Please tell me.
So I'll give a lot of examples to the students.
Just a role play. You can, tackle me as a student only.
Okay. So I'm going to give some physical examples to the students. I'm going to tell them that how chemistry is used in our everyday life and
For
how.
me, chemistry is really boring. I really have no interest. I don't like inorganic chemistry. I don't like periodic table. I really don't want to study it further.
So I'm going to give the students various tricks that how they can understand the periodic table, that how they can learn the periodic table, and how these elements are used in the everyday life and its importance. I'm going to tell the student that its future scope, so that he or she can gain interest in the subject.
Okay, I got it. So tell me one challenge you see in the education system of India nowadays. And then my next question would be how to rectify that. You can answer both the questions like, side by side. So tell me.
Challenge in education. So I feel that education system is not expanded to various rural areas as well. As we all know that when COVID came in rural areas, the students were facing problems. They don't have any mobile phones and any laptops so that they can attend, how they can attend the online classes. So I think that the government should implement some programs or should give free laptops or free tablets to the students in the rural areas so that education is expanded everywhere all over the world.
And how you will rectify it?
So,
As a teacher, as a chemistry teacher, I'm just asking you as a teacher, how can you rectify it?
Yeah. So as a teacher, I can write letters to the government that how we can
This is so you are passing on your issues. How you can rectify it? Like what is your individual stand? I just want to ask this.
Yeah. So as an individual, as a citizen, I can visit rural areas and teach the students and give them the importance of education. As most people, most students and children in the rural areas do not know the importance of education. That they are employed in some labor work and they do not know that how education is important to them. So I can teach them the importance of education by going to various rural areas.
Okay. So as a HR of any institute, any educational institute, I would like to ask the question that why do I hire you? You have just 30 seconds. Just answer me your strength related to the question.
Yeah. So as I have 3 years of experience at teaching students at my home, and I'm very focused and determined towards my goal. And if I get a task, I have the ability to complete that task on time, and I have various time management skills as well. And I can adopt various skills so that various methods and examples to explain the concept more clearly to the students.
Okay. So now we can start with the demo. Okay. You know your topic of demo, right? Or shall I tell you again?
I know, acid, bases, and salts.
Yeah. So you can start and your time starts now.
So, firstly, in this lecture, I'm going to explain various topics like what are acids, their classification, what are bases, their classification, and how we can tell whether a substance is acidic, basic, or neutral in nature, what are neutral substances, and what are indicators, types of indicators. These all things I'm going to discuss in this lecture. Firstly, if we take an example, of lemon juice we all consume in our everyday life, and if we take an example of cucumber, we can distinguish between these two substances by looking at them on the basis of their physical appearance, and the color. And also, we can taste lemon juice and cucumber and distinguish between these two substances. As we all know, lemon juice is sour in taste because it has a acidic nature. And sometimes cucumber is often bitter in taste as it has a base in it. So it is basic in nature. So acids are the substances that are sour in taste and bases are the substances that are bitter in taste. Now let us come to some examples of acids. Acids, for example, vinegar. Vinegar we all use for cooking. Chinese food contains vinegar a lot, and it has an acid that is acetic acid present in there. Another example is oxalic acid. Oxalic acid is present in imli, that in English we call it as turmeric. And citric acid is present in citrus fruits, for example, lemon. Lemon is also present in lemon. And formic acid is present in ant sting. All these are the examples of acids that we use in our everyday life. So acids are further also classified as organic acids, that are strong acids, that are natural acids, that are prepared naturally from plants and animals. As I have discussed the examples of some acids, these all are also organic acids, like acetic acid, oxalic acid, tartaric acid. These are oxalic acid. These are examples of acids that are obtained naturally from plants and animals. And inorganic acids that are synthetic, that are also known as synthetic acids, that are prepared in laboratories by man. These are highly strong in nature. These are also known as strong acids. Example, hydrochloric acid, HCl, sulfuric acid, H2SO4, nitric acid, HNO3. These acids are highly strong in nature. These are highly corrosive. We use these acids in lab very carefully. So acids are classified on the basis of two categories: organic acids, inorganic acids. Organic acids are known as strong acids, and organic acids are known as weak acids. And inorganic acids are known as strong acids. And I've also discussed their examples with you. So now let us come to what are bases. As I have already told you, bases are bitter in taste. And I have given you an example of cucumber. But not all bases we can taste. Some bases, to test that whether this given substance is basic in nature, the other methods which are also used that I'm going to discuss. Examples of other bases. Bases are also classified as acids, strong bases and weak bases. I'm going to discuss their examples. Strong bases includes potassium hydroxide, that is KOH, sodium hydroxide, that is NaOH. And weak bases includes magnesium hydroxide and ammonium hydroxide. How these are strong and weak in nature, we are going to discuss these. We are going to discuss this in the higher classes. So I'm not going to go in that, but I have explained that how they are classified. These strong bases are also used for various purposes, like potassium hydroxide. KOH. It is used as a laboratory reagent. It is highly used in labs. It is also used in manufacture of medicines. And sodium hydroxide, that is used for preparation of soaps and detergents. Magnesium hydroxide contains milk of magnesia, which is an antacid. It is used to neutralize excess of acidity in the stomach. So these are some of the examples of bases. Now,
Chehek, your time is over. 5 minutes are there, right? We have started on 8:14. It's 8:19. So 5 minutes are being over. Okay. So now I will ask you a few questions on your demo. So tell me, firstly, what is acid? Like, tell me in one line. If any layman person will ask you that what is acid, then how will you answer it in one line?
Simply, acids are sour in taste. So we can taste them and we can indicate that what is an acid.
Okay. Give some common example. Can you give me some common examples of the acids?
Vinegar. Vinegar contains an acetic acid that we use
More?
in food. More examples like citric acid is present in lemon, lactic acid present in curd, and tartaric acid present in tomatoes.
Okay. Okay, so how can we identify an acid or a base using indicators?
So indicators are basically substances which are used to test whether the substance is acidic, basic, or neutral in nature. So there are various indicators. Indicators are also classified as natural indicators and man-made indicators. Some natural indicators are litmus paper.
I'm just asking how you can identify. I have not asked you about indicators, right? I have asked you how you identify acid and base using indicators.
So we take an indicator, and if we add few drops of acid to that indicator, by color change, we can indicate that whether the substance is acidic or basic in nature.
Okay, and like by which color you identify?
By which different indicators have different color change. For example, litmus paper. Litmus paper is of two types, two strips of litmus paper. We have red litmus and blue litmus. Acids turns blue litmus red, but bases turn red litmus blue. So this is how we can identify.
Okay. Define the term pH.
So pH is a natural indicator. It is a universal indicator. It is basically the number of, it indicates basically the number of H plus ions which are present in the solution, logarithm of H plus ions. Okay. It is a strip that contains a scale from 1 to 14. And if the substance is highly acidic in nature, it will show less than 7 pH value. And if it is highly basic in nature, it will show more than 7 pH value. And if it is 7, it is neutral in nature. Okay.
So please tell me, what is the principle behind the process of paper chromatography and when is it used? Firstly, tell me the principle behind the process of paper chromatography.
So paper chromatography is basically used to separate a mixture which contains 2 or more components. So if we take a paper and it is placed in a jar, bell jar, and it contains the solution. It contains a solvent. The solution is placed in the bell jar, and the paper is inserted in the paper. We firstly mark the level of the. So we firstly mark 2 centimeters with the help of a scale, and if we put a drop at that middle point of the paper, and if we add that solution into the if we add the paper into the solution in the bell jar, in the jar, the dye will get separated into different components. So
okay, I got it. Next question. What is the purpose of sublimation?
In sublimation, we are.
I just want the purpose. Okay, so try to be precise. Okay, what is the purpose of sublimation?
Sublimation is basically done to convert solid directly into gas or gas directly into solid. Okay,
and when is it used?
When it is used. So, firstly, can I tell it with an example?
Yeah, sure.
Firstly, if for example naphthalene balls, they are solid in nature. So if they are exposed to the atmosphere for a long time, it gets converted into vapors form, and they are used when we do not need any liquid medium in between them. So we directly convert the solid into gas, and it is used to separate the solutions.
Okay. Next question would be, what is the process of decantation and when is it used? Clear.
Decantation is used to separate a mixture that contains 2 or more components. For example, we have a solution of sand and water. So if we decant, the sand gets deposited at the bottom of the beaker because sand is insoluble in water. So we can decant the water into another beaker. So this is how we can separate the liquid water and the solid sand.
Okay. Tell me the principle behind the process of froth flotation.
Froth flotation.
What is the principle behind that? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Yeah.
Froth flotation. I think it's used for the to separate mixture some substances, I think, float on the surface of water and some gets the sink from the surface of water. It is based on the principle of float and sink.
Okay. And when it is used, you have any idea?
Used to separate the mixtures.
Like all the process that you have told me, the basic thing is to separate the mixture, right? I completely agree with your point. But what is the purpose of froth flotation? Can you deep dive and tell me? Or you don't have any idea about that?
No, ma'am, I don't have any idea.
Okay. Next question. What is explain the process of fractional crystallization. Just explain me the process only, okay?
Fractional crystallization is basically used to separate solid from to form solids from this mixture. For example, when evaporation takes place, so water gets evaporated. For example, we have a solution, salt solution. So water will get evaporated and crystals of salt will remain in the or in the beaker. So here crystallization is also taking place.
Okay. What is the role of salt in the preservation of food?
Salt is high neutral in nature. So if we so salt is used to preserve food that is highly acidic in nature.
Okay, this much you want to answer only?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next question would be, explain the process of acid rain formation and its impact on the environment.
As our atmosphere contains a lot of gases, because the chemical industries emit a lot of gases like carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, and nitrogen dioxide. So when carbon dioxide reacts with oxygen present, it can form carbonic acid in the atmosphere. And when sulfur dioxide reacts with the gases, sulfur dioxide reacts with the atmospheric gases and the oxygen, so it can form sulfuric acid. So, and nitrogen dioxide can form nitric acid. All these acids are formed in the atmosphere. And when these acids go into the various water bodies, this acid rain, this is basically acid rain. It is highly harmful for all the aquatic life present in the water bodies. So to neutralize their effect, we can add basic substances in the water bodies to prevent the aquatic life.
Okay. So now I will ask you some basic questions of chemistry, like all in all. Okay. So my first question would be, what do you mean by displacement reaction?
In displacement reaction, a more reactive metal replaces a less reactive metal. For example, we can take a reaction, copper sulfate plus iron will give iron sulfate plus copper. So iron is more reactive than copper, so it has replaced and formed a solution of iron sulfate plus copper.
Okay. So now I will tell you a few statements and you have to tell me it is either true or false. Okay. So the first statement would be, an atom on the whole has a positive charge.
True.
Okay, for you it's true, right?
Yes.
Okay. So second statement would be, the maximum number of electrons in the first shell can be 8.
False.
Okay. The central pad of the atom is called the nucleus.
True.
Okay. Now I will ask you a few questions and you have to tell me the one-word answer. Okay?
Excuse me, ma'am. The first that you did, the atom has a hole is positively charged. It will be
Huh.
false.
Okay, okay. Now, okay. I got you. Next question would be, I will give you one statement and you have to tell the one word for that. Okay? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
The subatomic particle with a negative charge and negligible mass is?
Electron. Electron.
Okay. Next question would be protons and neutrons present in the nucleus. Give a suitable word for that.
Protons and neutrons present in the nucleus. Atomic mass, that will indicate the mass of the nucleus.
Okay. The smallest unit of an element which takes part in a chemical reaction.
Atom.
Okay. Now I will ask you multiple choice questions. Okay. The outermost shell of an atom is known as. Am I clear with the question, Jay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Valence shell.
Okay. Firstly, let me tell you the options, then you can answer. Okay. Valency, valence electron, nucleus, valence shell.
Valence shell.
Okay. The number of valence electron present in magnesium is 2, 3, 4, 5.
2.
Okay. Okay. Next question. If the atomic number, please listen to this question carefully. If the atomic number of an atom is 17 and the mass number is 35, then the number of neutrons will be. Okay, shall I pardon?
Atomic number is 17 and atomic mass is 35.
Atomic number is 17 and mass number is 35. Okay, then the number of neutrons will be 35, 17, 18, 52.
Number of neutrons. 18.
Okay.
18 is not.
Okay. Name the metal that can be easily cut by knife.
Sodium.
Okay. What is the color change for phenolphthalein in acidic and basic solution?
In acidic, it is colorless, and in basic, it is pink.
Okay. What are plastids?
What are plastids? I have no idea now.
Okay, no issues. What are vacuoles?
What are vacuoles? Ma'am, it's of bio, no?
The basic science.
Vacuoles are basically sac-like structures present in the cell. It is a cell organelle. They are sac-like structures present in plant cell and animal cell.
Okay.
Plastids I can also tell.
Because these are the basic science questions. So if you know, then you can answer it.
Ma'am, plastids are example chloroplast that is present in chlorophyll. They are green-like substances present in the plant cell.
Okay. What is the difference between molarity and molality?
Molarity is the number of moles of solute present in volume of solution in liters, and molality is the number of moles of solute present in the 1 gram of the solvent. Weight of the solvent in kilograms.
Okay, I got you. Can you please tell me the difference between organic and inorganic chemistry?
Yes, ma'am. Organic chemistry basically deals with large number of compounds which are obtained from plants and animals. For example, carbon compounds are organic compounds. A large number of organic compounds are present in the nature. They are obtained from various natural sources, and we discuss in organic chemistry, we discuss about various organic compounds like carbon compounds. And in inorganic chemistry, we discuss about various elements which are present in nature, and these can be extracted naturally and as well as synthetically.
Okay. Tell me the difference between electron, proton, and neutron.
Electron are negatively charged particles which are surrounded outside the nucleus. They move outside the nucleus in orbits, and protons are positively charged particles. They are present inside the nucleus, and neutrons are neutral particles present inside the nucleus.
Okay, so if I ask you to define what is chemistry as per you, this would be the last question.
So as per me, ma'am, chemistry is something which deals with all the elements, which deals with organic compounds, which deals with various formulas, and it's present in our everyday life. And in everything we can see there is chemistry. Like this paper, this book is also prepared by paper, and it is prepared by paper, which is obtained from plants and animals. So and how we have prepared this, there is also chemistry behind that.
Okay. So this is all about the mock session. You can join the same link so that we can discuss your feedback. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.